Wrestling News CC presents. The night WWE was changed forever, R-Truth as Raw, Unfiltered Truth June 9, 2025 PHX Arena Breakdown. Welcome back to Wrestling News CC, your home for the latest, the deepest, and the most unforgettable moments in WWE history. Today, we're diving headfirst into an epic night that will echo through WWE lore for years to come, June 9, 2025, at the PHX Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. This wasn't just another Monday Night Raw. This wasn't about title changes or surprise returns. No, this was something raw. Something real. Something that stripped away all the glitz and gimmicks and revealed the truth behind a man WWE had boxed into a caricature for over a decade. Yes, I'm talking about none other than Ron Killings, better known to the world as R-Truth, and the unforgettable moment he cut off his braids live on Raw, symbolically severing ties with his past and revealing his unfiltered self. Let's rewind and break down this incredible night, step by step. The build-up, the moment itself, the crowd's reaction, and what this means for R-Truth's career and WWE's future. On June 9, the PHX Arena was packed with thousands of WWE fans buzzing with excitement. The usual chatter about upcoming matches, potential title shots, and the surprise moments WWE always promises filled the air. But little did anyone know, the night would take a powerful turn away from the script. As the show opened, the energy was electric, but a bit different. Fans were already sensing something was brewing when the familiar theme of R-Truth echoed through the speakers. But this time, it wasn't the usual fanfare. Gone were the signature dance moves, the goofy grin, the playful wink. Instead, Ron Killings walked toward the ring with a purpose. No music or rhymes to hide behind, just raw focus and determination. For years, WWE fans knew R-Truth as the man who could bring the party anywhere. A light-hearted entertainer with a knack for comedy and a heartwarming connection to the audience. But beneath the surface, Ron Killings was a fighter, a man with stories untold, a career and a legacy that stretched far beyond the laughs. The WWE had long put him in a box, relegating him to comedic relief or mid-card filler, despite his undeniable talent and influence. But that night, Ron was ready to rewrite the narrative. The microphone in hand, Ron paused, looked out at the sea of faces who had shared decades of memories with him. Then, with no rhyme or reason, no jokes to soften the blow, he said words that stunned the crowd into silence. The jokes are over. The wig is gone. The truth. I just cut it off. The crowd's anticipation grew as he reached into his pocket and pulled out a pair of scissors. One by one, the braids, his signature look, were snipped off and dropped to the mat. Each braid fell like a symbol of a past life, one tied to a persona he was done living. The arena erupted. Some fans cheered wildly, some were silent in disbelief, others choked back tears. This wasn't just a haircut. This was a declaration of independence. A rebirth. Social media exploded instantly, with hashtags like #TruthReborn and #RonKillings trending worldwide. We gathered reactions from fans and wrestlers alike, many calling it one of the most powerful, honest moments WWE has ever seen. What does this mean for Ron Killings and WWE? By shedding his iconic braids and stepping out of the comedic shadow, Ron sent a message that he's here to be taken seriously, as a competitor, a storyteller, a man with a voice. This moment challenges WWE to embrace its veterans, its real-life heroes who've paid their dues but have often been overlooked. Will WWE build around this new persona? Will Ron Killings get the spotlight he deserves? The possibilities are endless, and the excitement is palpable. Wrestlers across the roster expressed support and admiration. Seth Rollins called it a raw moment that shook the industry. Charlotte Flair said, "It's moments like these that remind us wrestling is about storytelling and truth." Newcomers and legends alike acknowledged Ron's courage. Could this be the start of a new championship run? Perhaps a mentor role? Or a deep, personal feud that exposes WWE's darker side? Rumors swirl of a potential Raw main event push and even a backstage role helping shape younger talent. One thing's for sure, WWE fans are watching, waiting, and rooting for the man who finally told the truth. June 9, 2025 wasn't just another night of wrestling. It was a turning point, a moment when WWE shed the mask of entertainment to reveal something far more human. Ron Killings, by cutting his braids and speaking his truth, showed us that even in a world of scripted drama, authenticity still matters. Before we dive further into that unforgettable night in Phoenix, let's take a moment to appreciate the legacy of Ron Killings. The man behind the persona. Ron's journey in WWE began over 2 decades ago. He arrived in 2000 as K-Quick, a high-energy rapper who was as flashy on the mic as he was athletic in the ring. But it wasn't until his reinvention as R-Truth that fans truly connected with him. Throughout the years, Ron became known as the heart and soul of WWE's lighter moments. He was the master of the 24/7 championship, defending it over and over in outrageous scenarios that often ended in laughter but never in doubt of his passion. Yet beneath all the smiles, laughter, and dance breaks, Ron Killings was a trailblazer, a multi-time champion, a respected locker room leader, and a man who inspired countless wrestlers behind the scenes. Now, let's talk symbolism. Cutting one's hair has a deep, cultural, and personal meaning. In wrestling, it's a moment loaded with significance. From Hulk Hogan's mustache to Daniel Bryan's beard, hairstyles mark eras and transformations. For Ron Killings to cut his braids live on Raw was a metaphor for shedding old limitations. Those braids weren't just hair, they were a shield, a mask, a character that kept him confined to comedy roles. By snipping each braid, Ron was telling the world he's reclaiming his identity, not the WWE caricature, but the man, the fighter, the storyteller. The crowd understood. The arena went silent in reverence, and then exploded in applause, a rare, beautiful moment of connection between performer and audience. Backstage, the reaction was equally profound. WWE superstars who had witnessed Ron's struggle to break free from typecasting expressed admiration. Some wrestlers described the moment as historic, saying it gave them hope to fight for creative control. Others said it was a wake-up call for WWE management, highlighting the need to respect veterans' legacies. Rumors also swirled about Vince McMahon's reaction, whether this bold move would be embraced or punished. Sources close to the company say that Vince was initially taken aback but ultimately respected Ron's courage, sparking conversations about new directions for his character. Social media exploded. Fans flooded Twitter, Reddit, and fan forums, sharing their reactions. R-Truth just gave me chills. This is the moment we didn't know we needed. He cut off his braids like shedding chains. WWE better back this up with a major push. Finally, Ron Killings is telling his own story. The man deserves the main event spotlight. The hashtag #TruthReborn trended worldwide for hours, and fan art, memes, and heartfelt posts poured in. One fan wrote, "It's more than wrestling. It's about owning your story." The ripple effect of this moment is just beginning. WWE is in a period of transformation, with new talent rising and veterans redefining their roles. Ron Killings' rebirth could signal a shift toward honoring authentic stories, breaking away from predictable characters, and blending reality with performance. Could this moment lead to more unscripted truth-telling in WWE? Might we see a new era where wrestlers have more creative freedom? The industry is watching closely. Let's speculate. What's next for Ron Killings? A program with a top heel who tries to belittle his transformation? A mentorship role for rising stars like Carmelo Hayes or Braun Breaker? Could he challenge for a title once again, proving that the man is more than a gimmick? Perhaps a feud with a wrestler known for mind games, someone like Seth Rollins or Finn Balor, to highlight Ron's renewed intensity? The possibilities are tantalizing, and fans can't wait. This moment wasn't just about wrestling. It was about self-respect, growth, and courage. For anyone who has ever felt trapped by expectations, whether in wrestling, life, or work, Ron Killing's act was a beacon. He showed the power of vulnerability and authenticity on one of the biggest stages. That's why the moment resonated so deeply, it transcended wrestling. Wrestling history is filled with transformative moments. Ric Flair shaving his hair in a losing bet. Stone Cold Steve Austin's beer baths signaling rebellion. Daniel Bryan's, yes, movement becoming a global phenomenon. R-Truth as braid cutting ranks alongside these as a career-defining, narrative-shifting event. It reminds us wrestling is more than moves, it's storytelling at its finest. June 9, 2025 will go down as the night WWE stopped for a moment, looked at one of its own with fresh eyes, and said, "This is the real you. And we see you." Ron Killings didn't just cut his hair, he cut away the old narrative and planted a flag for a new beginning. At Wrestling News CC, we'll keep following every twist and turn of this story. Because when wrestling truth hits this hard, it changes everything. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of WWE's most unforgettable moments, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more exclusive content. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What does Ron Killing's transformation mean to you? Thanks for watching Wrestling News CC, where we bring you the heart, the history, and the truth behind wrestling's biggest moments. Until next time, keep wrestling with truth. If you thought tonight's story was wild, trust me, what happens next will blow your mind. So don't stop now. Click on the video right here on your screen to continue the chaos, the drama, and the inside scoop only we deliver. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and join the Wrestling News CC family, where the real stories of WWE come to life. See you in the next one.